Hey YouTube. I tried to start a video a minute ago, but I got interrupted by some passersby. I didn't want to be recording while they're walking by. But anyway, uh, what I wanted to talk about today was my my experiences with the twin flame journey, as it were. I um, what I've experienced, what I've gone through, what I'm feeling right now, and what I see for my future. You know what I'm being shown in a lot of ways, and I'm having a hard time coming to terms with it because one thing I've known is that it's the person I'm that's on the other end of this for me is someone I don't know. I've never met, and I don't want to put names on it on names or faces on the person because I don't want to be you know causing any kind of fear or concern or alarms over anything. I'm not gonna go trying to find them. I don't not I'm not gonna go trying to seek them out if I don't have sufficient proof that they want to be found, or somehow magically find me. I'd prefer that because I would know then that it's safe to approach them. If not, then I don't. If that doesn't happen, then it seems like it's easier and better to just let things go the way they will, with or without me. And it's someone I've mentioned in previous videos that I've been feeling called to go to Hawaii for several years now, a couple of years now, 2 or 3 years, and um, the person that I feel that it is might be out there. I don't know. I don't want to. Again, I don't want to assume anything. But I think you know that my reason for going out there is for other reasons entirely. As with the twin flame journey, it's about the self, about healing the self and becoming the highest version of you that you can. And that's what I believe my reason for needing to go out there is in the first place is, as I've said before, in other places online, I've been traveling across the country, in America for those 2 or 3 years, and I've noticed that a lot of the places I've gone to have been places where I was wounded in some way, emotionally or spiritually wounded in some way in my past, and I've been going to these places and kind of like picking up the pieces of myself. And as it is also with Hawaii, I was there, and some things happened to me that left a mark, left some scars. But I also feel that as a secondary thing that might be happening, I don't want to. I feel it definitively in my own heart, my soul, that that what I'm saying is real, but I don't want to put definitive terms on it because I don't want to, again, the red flags and the sirens and alarms, and I don't want to cause that kind of concern for whoever it is I'm thinking of. I hope they're watching, and I hope that they're amenable and open to the idea of the thought of it, at least. I feel like the person I have in mind is the person for me, but I don't want to put my intentions on that, unjustly, and attract a lot of a lot more karma, as it were. That um, I want to. I don't want. I'm not looking. I'm not the kind of person who just wants to jump into the let's get married and go have the white picket fence life. But I mean that's great, and I would love that. But I also I want the experience of discovering this person, in deep personal ways, like in a space of trust between me and them, uh, of real worthy companionship, on both sides, a partner to walk down the path with, and until the end of the path, until either you know walk with them for as long as uh, the universe deems it uh, a good thing. If I don't know, I don't want to put any you know doubts into this, but I just I'm trying to be very cautious because I've been burned before. I've made this assumption before and I've been wrong before and I've been burned before so many times, and I'm tired of the false positives of feeling this energy that I'm feeling and being surrounded by people that aren't that person, and being confused and thinking that it might be one of these people that it isn't. And I'm fucking tired of that game. I'm tired of being teased, of taunted, and the carrot on the stick. The carrot and the stick. Here's the carrot. Don't get hit by the other one. You know, you want it, come get it, but you're gonna get smacked if you do. That's what I've been through, and I'm tired of it. Um, I'm gonna be doing this video in segments because I have some stuff I have to do today. In between, I don't really have much of a agenda, as it were. I keep saying that, as it were. That might be something for somebody. uh, anyway, I'm gonna be doing this video in segments, and I'll kind of stitch it together in the editing software that I use. Um, I wanted to read some poetry later too. I'm gonna write down. I need to like my all my poetry's on the phone, so I can't do it while I'm recording. But I'm gonna have to write down some of the ones I want to use, and then I will come back with that later. I felt like it was time to start sharing that part of myself a little more. Uh, yeah. I'm starting to realize that this channel, that the YouTube channel itself, not the spiritual channeling, but the YouTube channel itself that I'm building here is kind of a free form. I'm not really doing one specific thing. Like I thought it was going to be tarot cards and oracle cards and just straight up channeling and receiving spiritual information from higher beings, divine source and all that. Um, but I'm starting to realize it's more about it's more like a vlog, I guess, more like a window into my life, in different parts, different points in my time in my uh, what am I trying to say? Different periods of my life. Telling my story in pieces, and just kind of trying to build the overall narrative to the best of my memory. I have some trouble remembering certain things because yay trauma. Yeah. Uh, anyway. Um, yeah, I'll be back later with more. And like I said, this person that I honestly genuinely feel like it's the one. Uh, and we've never had a face to face conversation yet. And so that terrifies me because I don't want to be sneaky but creeperson, just popping up and declaring eternal love to someone. That's not cool. I think we can all agree on that. That's not cool. But I want to. I just want to. I'm dying to know if there's any possibility there, and I'm afraid to approach them at all because I don't want to ruffle their feathers. Uh, and if that person is watching, I hope you understand where I'm coming from and what my I I feel like if I don't take the chance, I'll never know. And if I you know I'm afraid of taking the risk and getting told to go kick rocks. But I'm also afraid of not taking the chance and never finding out what might be, what could be, what probably would be a great thing. I mean, I felt recently in the past few days that kind of connection is not it's not to me it's not an entitlement. It's not I mean it might be a reward well earned, well deserved. I don't want to say that, but I don't want to say it's not. But for me it's more, I want the privilege and the honor of being with this person. If it's if it's if it's meant for me, if it's meant for them, um, it would be a blessing uh, um, to me. Like it, to me, and in my eyes, it would be a blessing. And if that's at all in the cards for me, as they say, you know, which is actually a reference to tarot cards in itself. So it's kind of funny that I mentioned that. But yeah, um, I'm excited and I'm terrified and I'm just ready for whatever God has in store for me. And if this is it, then I'm ready for it. And if not, then that's fine. It's okay. I just I if you never take the shot, you never. Oh, what was I saying? You miss 100% of the shots you never take, uh, and so that's kind of what I'm building up to myself here is like, or what I'm working towards is finding the right way to do this and finding the courage to actually do it and risk being utterly shattered again. I've been there so many times and I'm done. If this isn't it, then I don't know what else is. Because I've been there so many times, and I'm tired of trying to find the person that gets me, that can get me, that can understand me. Um, and it's hard for me because I see myself in everybody. I see little bits and pieces of myself in everybody everywhere I go. You know, the good, the bad, the ugly, all of it. I see myself in that, and it's hard to know if that's just me, trying to relate to them, or if there's uh, something deeper there. If there's some genuine connection that's meant to happen. You know, you can look at my community post tab this morning. I found some advertisement for here's your astrological song. You know, it was one of those gimmicky things that you see online all the time. You know, Nebula or whatever the fuck it was, some other kind of thing like that. And it was fascinating. It said, um, "You carry so much emotional weight." You know, you had my birth sign. You know, my sun, moon, and rising signs, and it says you carry everyone's emotional weight, and they don't see it. Nobody else sees it, and that is spot on. You know, that is me to a T. And so distinguishing between the empathic connections, the empathic energy I'm always, tuned into with everybody around me, or the the unique romantic twin flame connection that I feel in my heart, in my soul. You know, it if you could see my energy, it would be a burning flame. It would be a bonfire, around me. It would be the Goku analogy keeps coming back to me. With his glowing yellow energy, or blue, or purple, whatever it may be, depending on how what part of the story you're looking at in that context. But yeah, that's how I feel. Like it's right here. I feel it right here in my back, right between my shoulders. It's like a ball of fire in my chest, and again more. I said that the other day too. Yeah, I'm just an asshole out in the cold trying to find my home, the person I can call home. I'll leave you at that. I'll be back later. Um, I love you guys. I'll talk to you later.